back to Raw Madness. This video is going to be pretty good because we're interviewing two people that are in our lives that I've known for a very long time. And the reason why I'm not showing them, because I have something to say and nobody knows what I got to say and always got something to say. So,
Hi.
And that's my wife, and y'all gonna listen. So, this man and this woman, they've been in my life for a long time. And, I didn't really do right by them because I love them both. And, I just was in my own skin, doing my own thing. But I'm here to tell them that I love them, I love their family, and I just was in the wrong place for a long time and a lot of years. Regardless that I was in a marriage or whatever, I was all about self-me. So this video is special to me because I want them to know that I love them both. Even though I know Hassan long, it doesn't matter. I love his wife just as much as I love him. And all the things that I did and all the things that I probably said, I was doing it in a negative place and I didn't mean it, but that's just who I was at the time. And I'm trying to be a better person now. And with that being said, I love them both. And from this day forth, we're going to be all family and we're going to be all friends and it's all love from here. Roll that footage. Footage.
That's that yak.
So, Hassan, Trina, and Baby Tori.
What up, y'all? Raw Madness, we on deck, baby. Daddy style on deck here, baby. This is what we do. If y'all ain't know about us, we here on deck with the graces, baby. Let's do this damn thing. I'm gonna sip my yak.
All right. So we are going to ask them some questions. And my first question to you guys.
We getting right into it.
Yes.
We don't play. This is raw.
It's raw.
My first question to you guys is, how do you keep your relationship fresh?
As the man, as we all know, I'm gonna go to the woman first.
Oh,
That's how you keep it fresh.
Okay, all right. Well, I set the tone.
Yeah.
How do you keep it fresh? Well, definitely, gotta keep God first. Keep it fresh by spontaneity, not doing the same old stuff over and over again. If you do it over again, something to it, add a little something different to it. What do you think?
No, I agree, but you gotta have spice. I mean, we've been together for 23 years, married for 15, and definitely know people that's older than us that's been there, done that. But, times has changed, we're in a different era. So basically, you just gotta have fun. You gotta find different things. Social media is out there. Back when we was growing up, we didn't have these things. So we're able to be on a broader stage and, put things out. But you have to keep it fresh. You have to find new ways of, inventing your love and showing, respect for one another. Like I said, we've been together for 23 years. I know there's people that's been out there that's been together in relationships longer, but the little things do matter.
They really do.
And a lot of people don't realize that, little things do matter. I mean, from cleaning up the house or washing dishes
Yes.
or, mama tired, I get the kids, take them to the park. So those little things do matter. So, I think that's a start, but you have to incorporate that. And I don't mind drinking my yak while I'm sitting here with my brother. Like you said, this raw madness. But you got to keep it fresh and raw, like she said. So I do agree with her.
And my question is, it's one for Trina and one for Hassan.
Oh shoot!
What, Hassan? This one's for you, and then Trina, you can follow up. Hassan, what is the do's for you in your marriage, and Trina, what is the don'ts in your marriage?
The do's. The do's. I've been doing this for 20-some years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when you have to actually put it into words,
it
makes it.
I figured that'd be a hard one.
I mean, the do's.
To keep that smile on her face.
To keep that smile?
To keep her happy.
The dudes is knowing your partner. That's what's most important. Because everybody's different. You got not knocking. You got some ratchet people. You got some calm people.
Yeah.
You got some spiritual individuals.
Yeah.
And you have to know the partner that you're with. You know, like, I know my wife isn't an outdoorsy person. I get that. So, what I would do to bring a little spice is, sometimes you don't always have to go out for restaurants. Create dinner for home.
Yeah.
You know, cook a meal that she likes. Not just that I like,
Right.
but something that I know will bring a smile to her face.
Yeah.
And that one meal could change the whole day because it's something that she's expecting.
Right.
Like I said, another thing, I know she doesn't drink. I don't mind having my drink. So maybe a nice,
Apple
this
juice.
is apple juice here. Apple juice, yeah, you know the difference. You know, it look the same, but mine a little darker. But you know, you gotta keep it spiceful by being creative. You know, like you see, we got kids. You see that, right?
Yes.
That shit right there.
Go
When
by.
you're a parent with kids, that thing changes the game a lot because, you know, I don't know if you guys know about the love making thing.
Have to be a little bit quieter.
Yeah, you gotta be a little quieter. You have time schedules,
Yeah.
kids like to wake up at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You want to go to bed at 11 o'clock. So you got a time slot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either you do it between 11 and 7, or you just do it at enough phone. Because you fresh out the motherfucker up. So,
Right.
but that's just the name of the game. But you got to keep it spiceful. Know your spouse. Know what turns them on, what makes them happy, because you don't want to piss them off. I mean, you know what pisses them off by you not doing what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but she's simple. She's not materialistic.
Yeah.
She doesn't look for the glitz, glamour, and diamonds and those things. You know, me just sweeping the damn bathroom floor or kitchen floor will make her happy.
Yep.
Me buying her crab legs, which I know she loves, and not going to Joe's Crab Shack spending $40 when I can go to Shop where I can spend $20 for
Right.
the same amount of crabs that we get.
Right.
That makes a big difference.
Right.
Money. I mean, and it balances it out. So, I mean, for the most part, you have to know your spouse. You have to know their likes. And from what I see from a lot of young people, they tend to go off of what they see versus social media.
Right.
Or what their friends may do.
Right.
What your friends may do may not make her happy.
Right.
Excuse my language. What you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
So you have to know your partner. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
All right, Trina, what's your don'ts?
Okay. So I'm sitting here. I'm thinking. My number one is tell the truth. Don't lie. Tell the truth.
That's right.
Even if you don't want to. But just trust. From the 23 years we've been together, if you just come
That's a
out
scary ass situation.
and tell the truth from the get-go, it doesn't make it better, but it does. It lessens the blow.
Yes.
Like, I'm a kindergarten teacher, so I also tell my students, when you lie, you're going to get in trouble twice. Because you're going to get in trouble for the trouble, whatever you did in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to get in trouble for lying, which makes it even worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Just, if you're going to just
I
do
didn't
it
think of
once, if
that
you
way.
have to get in trouble, you know?
Right.
So tell the truth. I know it's hard, it's rough. We had a situation where, there was some things going on, and it would have been hard if he would have told the truth. But it would have been, I could have accepted it a little, just a little easier.
Right.
Just a little easier. And trust me, that little bit would have
Makes
helped
a difference.
Yeah.
so much more.
Right.
The next thing I was thinking, let's see, don't lie. Oh, it escaped my mind. What was the other? Gotta bring it back to me.
Take your time. No rush. That's that Negro spiritual.
Yes, sir.
Oh my Lord.
I drink to that.
Well, while you're thinking of it, if it comes back to you,
All right.
let me know.
Okay.
Something you started to say off camera. We were going to name this 23 years strong, and you said, but what about if those 23 years weren't always strong? And so I wanted you to elaborate a little bit more on that. How do you get through
That's juicy.
the times where you're not feeling strong? And you can both answer that.
Okay. And it brought back my point.
I knew it would.
And it'll segue right
I knew
through
it.
it.
Y'all see I ain't say nothing, right? Rule number one, keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Can I use the profane?
Well, you already did. So
Well, that's a
can
done
you do
deal.
that?
I'm gonna drink my yak. Can I get cheers to that? My man.
My other thing, as Tori climbs on my lap, is
Hey, mama.
you can't force your spirituality.
Yes.
Facts.
She tried to. I mean, not to cut you off, but it was kind of a situation where
We weren't in the same place.
we wasn't in the
time.
same place, and she wanted me to go to church, and I didn't want
Yes.
to go to church,
Right.
and she was. It was a whole situation where as though our relationship was rocky because she wanted me to go to this church. She wanted me to see what she was saying, and I didn't want to see it. But eventually,
And I eventually left him alone. And my pastor even said, "Stop asking him. Leave
Leave,
him alone.
let him-
You're
when
not
it's
in
time."
charge. You're not in charge of his salvation.
Facts.
His spirituality is none of your business."
Facts.
And he has to come to that on your own. God is going to get him when God is ready to get him, and it's none of your business.
that's right.
And I stopped asking him, and then one day, it was a Saturday night. I'm getting ready for bed, and he's in his closet, and he's like, "What do you think about this shirt?" And I'm like, "Well, where are you going?" And he's like, "I'm going with you to church tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, you can wear whatever you want. You can wear a t-shirt, you can wear jeans."
Right.
You
You come
know,
as you are, yeah.
And I went in the other room. I was like, "Thank you, Jesus."
Yes.
I was so happy,
Yes.
but I was like playing it cool. I was like,
Because you didn't want to mess it up.
yeah. I was like, we'll see if he really.
Let
goes
Lord
for
Jesus
it.
help me. I'm gonna keep my mouth closed. I ain't gonna say nothing. Lord, he come to church. Oh, Jesus, Christmas.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead, Trina. What you were just gonna
Trina.
say?
I just wanted to put that in there.
Yeah, very much so. I see like a lot of parallels in your relationship and just what you described and what he and I were experiencing.
Yeah.
I grew up in the church. Didn't like going to church as a teenager. Rebelled against it, but I thank God my mom continued to make me go.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going through the same thing with my teenager now, my soon-to-be 14-year-old.
Yeah.
But still, you train a child up in the way of the Lord, and he won't depart from it. As you know, he grows. You may kind of sway a little bit, but
Right.
when
You
you
always
need
have the
him,
foundation.
you know who to call.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
When it gets down to the
Just
nitty
seen
gritty.
that. You know who to call.
I know.
Yeah.
That
You
neck
see that?
roll business. I've never seen that,
She did
Trina.
the neck roll.
Hey, I ain't never seen that
She
one
did the
before.
neck roll and everything. I'm like,
Hey,
oh.
Serious.
Hey.
I'm passionate. I'm passionate about my God,
Hey.
my Jesus.
Well,
Yes,
well, we
I am.
know how to get her fired up.
Yes.
And because I'm so passionate, I wanted him to be that passionate about it.
Yeah.
And I think Hassan is also, he's kind of thinking also about other religions. You know, he's thought about Islam a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to come to the conclusion, no, I'm not going to Islam. I'm totally Christian. That's me. Nothing wrong with Islam.
Right.
But as for me, that's my choice. Now, if he wants to do that, it would be new. It would be a learning experience. I would just pray that he wouldn't put his spiritual beliefs on me as I'm trying, Lord help me, not to do it to him.
Right.
But
I
the
understand.
deeper meaning under that is that I need him to know that there is a God. And I do think he knows there's a God. He's not an atheist or anything.
Right.
But just to have a connection to a spiritual being,
Right.
I'm getting to the point, I'm willing to overlook that it may not necessarily be Jesus that brings you there.
Right.
Yeah.
If Allah
Because
brings
it's
him
not
there,
Jesus all the time.
that's
For some
fine.
people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If Allah brings him there to a point that he's at peace and confident and a great provider and because Islam and Christianity have more similarities than differences.
Right. Right.
So I'm not gonna dwell on those differences.
Right.
I'm gonna look at those similarities
Embrace those.
and embrace those and that can be our spiritual core.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Together.
Yes.
Yo, just
I like
let
that.
y'all know this raw footage. That's the first time I ever heard that out of her. So
I love it. I love it.
I appreciate y'all. Yo.
I love it.
My question. See, I try to get in.
I think we've been getting it.
Yeah, this one over here, boy. I ain't never saw this one.
You sweating? Yeah, Hassan? You sweating bullets?
I'm good. I'm cool as a fan, baby. I'm cool as a fan.
My question is, see, he already said the spice. She already said the religion. I got a question for both of them. How do you keep the love increasing?
Back to the woman again. I'm teaching y'all, son. If y'all ain't learned that, you know, my dad told me
That's
agree to
what-
disagree.
that's
But in
what-
this case, I'm gonna go ahead back to her, let her reflect, and I'm gonna rebuttal. So,
My mama always said the way to a man's stomach. I mean, a heart is to his stomach. Food is always a good piece to go to. And as you can see, my baby, you know, we like food, and I'm the food addict though. I eat a lot. You can't tell, but I do. We start usually over a meal. Again, he knows I love crab legs. He cooks for me, and maybe that may be even a part of his ministry to me. Hello, somebody. And you know that I feel special that he's sharing it with me, and it takes time, it takes preparation and all that. How else do we keep it fresh on you?
I like sex. I'm keeping 100.
He does.
You dig? I'm not sugarcoat. One more time for the game. One more time for the game.
Right.
I like
Can I get
sex.
some?
Let's get to that.
Hey,
Hold, before you speak, we all love Jesus here.
Yeah, facts.
We all married, so we can do what we want to do. You understand me?
Hey.
Go ahead.
I like sex. As my brother man was just hop out on that again. Okay, I like sex. Sex to make a man build a house, cook a 4-course meal. Sex to make a man really get a full-time job if it's out there. If it's real good sex. I mean, but at the end of the day, you know what? I'm simple, yo, with mine. All I need to feel is love back, and that's not just, you know, like she would say, everybody experiences love in a different way,
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes,
and it
sir.
doesn't have to consist of
Yes,
sex.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody's different,
Yes, sir.
and what makes me. I mean, I'm an energetic person. I like to have fun. I like to break bread with my family and friends. I don't like clubs. I don't like lounges. I'd much rather sit at home, watch football, have a nice dinner, and bug out with friends,
Right.
as opposed to going out spending money at a lounge anyway. I mean, for each his own. But me personally, I love the nookie. You dig what I'm saying? I love the nookie. Put you to sleep. Nookie get you up in the morning happy, like it's a new fresh day. But everybody don't like giving the nookie. You dig what I'm saying?
Sometimes, yeah.
Listen.
Well, this is
I want nookie morning, lunch, and dinner.
lunch.
And,
Listen, that's just who I am. I'm sorry,
we
guys.
have 3 kids.
I-
3.
You lucky we ain't got 6. Because we planned quarterly, do the cop. And that's another thing I give her. I gotta give y'all that. If it wasn't for her, you know, she had a game plan which gave me a mindset because, like I said, we've been together for 23 years. I met her when she was 16. I just turned 18. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't went to college. I wouldn't have got my GED. I wouldn't be the man that I am. And she had standards and goals to not have a child until we graduated from college, or at least till she graduated.
That's true.
And when you're young, you don't really see those things because you're looking for excitement, you're looking for fun,
Right.
you're looking at, you know, just do you. But when you have someone that has a mindset and goal, and you adapt to that, you don't realize how much your life changes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
yes.
imagine me having a child at 18 before we went to college. What would
Right.
our life be now? It would be totally different, but on the simple fact that she was a young-minded individual that was strong-minded and said, "Listen, I want this, I want that."
Yeah.
That's what made me realize, you know what? I got a winner.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I dated fast girls, I dated girls that were slow. But she was the only one that made me realize, listen, this is it. Because at a young age, for you to grasp that,
Yeah.
that's deep.
Yeah.
And most people don't even grasp that till they in their 30s or 40s.
And some people never do.
Facts. And some people
Yeah.
never do. But for her to say that gave me a path. You know what I'm saying? To better myself and to better our future, because we know once we have a kid, your life doesn't exist for you no more because it
Right.
goes to that child.
Right.
It stops. So we was able to create some type of I guess guideline after college, house. After house, then have children. And that's exactly
I
how
was
it
gonna
went
say
down.
that's exactly what y'all did.
And
so-
that's exactly how it went down.
Yep.
And for that, I'm very glad that I have that support system out of her. Someone that knew that at a young age. Someone that wasn't just into partying and, you know, she never drunk. She never did any of these things. And I'm appreciative. But I'm happy that she gave me a path and it was my backbone to give me knowledge of self to say, hey, we're going to do it this way, and this is the only way to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I took that, I ran with that, and this is where we are now. You know,
Awesome.
we got married. I brought my house when you was 20. We bought our house. I was 26. He was 24. You know, had our first child when I was 27, which is our oldest, and he was born premature, 1 pound 13 ounces, and that was also an obstacle. But that's another story.
God is good. Yes.
And to see how big this young man is now, man, God is good for real.
Yes.
And from there we continue. We had our family. 3 strikes, you out. We had our baby girl. I'm done. Ain't no more coming out of me.
Like a
but
sniper.
thank you, Genie. You know, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed. You know, I'm 41. So you know, we've been together for all these years, and just to see our growth as a family. Look, man, look. I wouldn't trade in for the world, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, you got those chicks out there that's fast, that's about that life. They want to spend money, they want to have fun, they want to drink the yak, but they don't want to build.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to build. And if those that do want to build, you can't find them. But I caught that at a young age, so I realized that at a youth. You know, I'm still a baby.
Yeah.
And like I said, for most people to be in a relationship for 23 years, that's very rare.
It is.
That's rare.
It's awesome too.
What you got there? You got another one?
I think we're good.
So
you guys are very forthcoming with your information. I'm
That's what we do, baby.
grateful.
So my
I'm
wife
so
don't
glad.
know. My wife don't know this, but you know, I'm like a clock. I click, 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 click. So being that they answered our questions and they elaborated, and this is probably a long video, but we don't care.
Not a
So
Good information.
what we're gonna do
Fact.
is, being that the interview was for them, we are gonna let them ponder, and they're gonna ask us a question.
Oh, you could do like a part 2.
No, they're gonna do it right now.
But you should make sure everything's still rolling at least.
It's still rolling, baby.
We're
Okay.
So you guys figure out a question, and y'all can ask us both, and we will do our best to answer.
Men, right back to the woman. Ain't that
You're taking the
changed?
easy way out.
No, I know. I'm learning the right way to get out because we ain't gonna fall because it's gonna come down to me. So this is how you do it. You flow back to the woman.
What are you gonna do? You guys asked really good questions earlier. You did.
How long you guys been married?
We have been married since 2006. We've been together since 1998.
What was it about Ron that made you say, "I'm gonna marry him"? Like what? At what point?
Okay.
Was it love at first sight, or was it kind of like?
It was lust at first sight.
Oh.
Facts. I like that. Did we just say that? Mom, dude.
Because
Drink
I saw Ron sitting in the car with my cousin.
Uh-huh.
My cousin was driving by, and I talked to my cousin. I was like, "Who is that dude?" He was like, "Oh, that's my boy Ron. Do you want to meet him?" And I said, "Yes, but not yet," because I was about to go through a divorce. So it's like, I want to meet him, but not yet. Well, he brings him over the next day. I have on a swooshy jumpsuit. Remember those?
Yes, I
Swooshy
remember
jumpsuits.
those. Yes.
Ron comes over, and first conversation, we decided to exchange numbers.
Okay.
And at that point, I was heartbroken because I was going through a divorce.
Facts.
Ron dealt with all my nonsense of back and forth talking to my ex-husband.
I remember those days. I was on the phone with him.
Yep, and Ron actually sat with me when I signed my divorce papers.
Right.
While I'm crying over another dude. Ron is there with me. And
That's deep.
yeah, and we even still dated for many, many years before we actually got married.
I remember when he first met you.
Yeah. And I decided that I wanted to marry him when I saw that he loved me so much. Because you have to love somebody a lot. There was no reason for him to stay. There's no reason for him to stay where I'm still talking to my ex-husband on the phone. When I'm crying over him signing divorce papers. There's no reason. There's no reason.
Right.
Other than he loves me. And he's promising to stand by me no matter what bullshit I hand him. And he did.
Right.
At every turn, he was there. And he was strong, and he was honest, and he was like a breath of fresh air, because I was with someone who was dishonest at every turn.
Honesty,
And then
see, there it is.
Yes. And then to have somebody who's brutally honest, like to the point where he would hurt my feelings sometimes, but it was things I needed to hear.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, like one time he said to me, like, I don't even remember what we were arguing about, but it was still, my ex-husband was in the picture a lot still. And Ron said, like, you don't even know whether you're coming or going. You got this dude treat you like shit over here. And you're still, like, doing shit for him. And here I am. Why do I deserve this? Yeah. And I'm like, he doesn't deserve this.
Right.
Like, why am I still dealing with this other guy over here? For no reason.
Right.
Like, he showed me who he was.
Right.
Ron is showing me who he is. And this is what I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, his approach wasn't always nice, but he was just putting his heart out there in the best way that he knew how. So that's when I decided, you know what, this is the guy that I want to build my life with, because he's cried in front of me out of frustration and all that stuff, showing me, like, what more can I do for you? Like, I'm like, it was like I was making him prove himself because of this other hurt that I was having. I was making this guy pay for it, which is never fair. But he never failed me. He stayed there with me every step of the way, and he healed me. He really did.
How long was you married, your previous marriage?
4 years.
And how long you have been married now?
A long time. 11.
Look at the difference.
It'll be 12 years in January.
That's the difference between finding happiness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You had 4 years in your marriage before him.
Yes.
Now you tripled.
Yes.
Then they tripled that.
Yep.
That's finding true happiness in
Yes.
yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's building honesty, you know, creating a family for yourselves. And that's what we all need. You know, like I said, like, you got people that's been married for 30, 40, 60, 40, 50 years. We've been together for 23 years, 11 years. That's growth. That's what we all need, because you need someone to pull you up.
Yes.
Which he did.
And they have to make you better, and they have to challenge you. And when things are scary, you know that this person has your back. Like you said, 23 years, but it hasn't always been strong. And it hasn't always been strong for us either. This is going to be 20 years together next year. And it hasn't always been strong.
Yes.
But you have to have enough built up in your relationship to get through those tough times.
Right.
And that makes a difference.
Indeed.
You guys got another question?
No, you didn't answer the question.
Yeah, you got to answer the question.
Yeah, Ron.
Ain't no flipping, flapping on this. We going right back to you, bro.
What was the question?
Oh, God damn. Jesus Christmas.
Okay, what was the question? She took so long.
Oh, my bad.
What was the question?
What was
Just
it?
when you get the mind, yeah, go ahead.
What was it about Dawn that you knew this is the woman that I want to marry? Was it love at first sight? Was it what?
Well,
happened?
first sight was lust, and then the second time,
It was very lusty.
The second time,
Nasty ass rabbits. He wanted the booty early. See, damn North jokers. You know what I'm saying? That's growth right there. That's growth. Because it started with the booty, now he in love. You know what I'm saying?
sorry, y'all.
You can say the same.
Sorry.
Oh, no, me? I can say the
You can say
same.
the same.
No, I ain't. I'm sorry, Ron.
Sorry.
Our first date was nasty.
Yeah.
Lord, Mama, we grown now. We can say what the hell we want.
But there's kids in the other room.
But
all right, go ahead.
Sorry that I'm a little choked up, because every time she says that, it just feels like yesterday that I went through all that. But that's why I was quiet. You guys know I'm a little bit more animated than that from the beginning episodes. But anyway, first it was lust. Second, it was let's just find out who she is. Let's just see what she's about, and then just roll off. We're not gonna think about her and just keep moving to the next person. So, and then once I found out who she was, and then I found out that she was just a genuine person, and then because I didn't know about her marriage, and I didn't know about the ex-husband, and I didn't know anything about that in the very beginning until she told me. And what made me realize that she was my wife, even before she knew she was my wife, it was a day that we went. We was at a park. I don't know if you remember, but we was at a park and we looked over this overlook, and we was looking, and she was just telling me about her heart and what it was heavy that was on her heart. And she was telling me about her past recent relationship. And then I looked in her eyes and I saw hurt. And then she actually showed me that her heart was open to me right then and there. So when her heart was open right to me right then and there, I took it.
Facts.
I took it.
Facts.
And when I took it, I didn't want to let
Go ahead, Pimp.
So when she opened and I saw the gates was open, I said, "Give me your heart, and I don't want another
Game
man
over.
to take this from me." So, and that's what I did. And ever since then, it was just build. It was mistakes. It was a lot of hurt. It was a lot of arguments because we ain't perfect. The Graysons, this isn't perfect, but we still here.
That's right.
And we've been here for a long time.
That's right.
We was together when I was 180 pounds. I'm 240 now.
That means he eating good.
Hey, I was 155 when we first got together.
So that's when that's
That's good marriage.
So
I
that's,
drink to that.
so that's when I knew that she was gonna be my wife, and I knew she was a good person.
Yes.
We all got skeletons in our closet. Nobody's perfect. The grass isn't always greener over there.
Facts.
It's greenest where you
It's
water
greener
it.
where you water it. You
Yeah.
understand? So if you don't believe it, check your facts. Because I'm
Right.
telling you, if you fell in love with that person, you can always gain that love back.
And it's not
You
even
just-
always about just being in love either.
You just have to keep trying. Let me tell you something I learned. I want everybody that's gonna watch this
Fired up
video.
now, you tell.
I want y'all to listen.
Loving
to
it,
what I'm
baby.
saying.
Yeah, son.
So,
Yeah, son.
so check this out. This is what I want you to listen. And if you don't remember anything this woman said, this man said, and this woman said, I want you to remember this. I don't care how big that butt is over there. I don't
Facts.
care how big those boobies are over there. Just look at your wife and remember when you first met her. And what did you think? Man or woman? Think about what you thought about. I'm not talking about lust. I'm not talking about negativity. If you married her, or if you still with her today, and you got 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, what made you be with that girl or that woman to decide to have that family? And you stay with that, I guarantee you nice. I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
All right.
Right.
We had a good video.
Yes, we did.
I love
Thank
these two
you.
right
Okay,
here.
baby.
I love these two.
My dude.
They was a really
Yeah.
really good interview.
Yes.
And
We had little kitties running around the
thank
background.
you
hear.
for being involved. And actually, we're gonna do a to be continued or a little something because the kids want to be involved. So we're gonna do another video.
Oh, we
So
can interview the kids.
stay
on something.
tuned for that. All right.
Their
So
parents.
thank you for being with Raw Madness and peace.
Thanks for having us.
I'm gonna
Peace.
turn it off.
Catch y'all later.
Yeah, that was nice.
Mommy, I'm good all by myself. But baby, you make me better. 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 Inside every great man, you can find a woman like a soldier holding it down.